like to think that on a day-to-day basis, I'm a pretty productive person. I try to get as much done as possible, maximize my time, all that jazz. But every now and then, something will come along that just absolutely envelops my entire life. It just captures me and consumes all of my time to the extent where I just simply cannot function regularly. The last time this happened was a few months ago when I started playing Final Fantasy X. The story was just so cute, so adorable, and the game mechanics, the turn-based combat was so much fun that I just had to see the entire thing through. And a few months before that, I started watching a show called Monster. I'm not gonna delve too much into the story or the plot of that show right here. All you really need to know is that the plot was so well written, the story was so interesting that I spent most of my free time, and even some of my not free time, just watching the show, trying to finish out. I believe it's 74 episodes. I just needed to get it done as soon as possible so I could return to my life. So yeah, I'm usually pretty productive, but every now and then something comes along that I enjoy so much that it just destroys any semblance of time management that I might have had. As much as I hate to admit it, it's happened again, and this time it's because of the game Persona 5. If you play any video games, I'm sure you've heard of this game. It came out in 2017 originally, and it was just praised across the board. I've been wanting to play it for the longest time, but just haven't gotten around to it either, just because I couldn't afford it or I knew I did not have the time to commit to it. But it was my birthday a few days ago. Thank you, thank you. Big 21-year-old man now. And at the moment, I had some extra spending money, so I figured, oh, I'll stop at a local used game store and see if there's any small titles that I can pick up. You know, just wanted to browse a little bit because I do enjoy picking up a game or two. The gamer inside me was itching, and I decided to relieve that itch. So I stopped in this store, just started browsing the aisles. That's when I came across it. Persona 5 Royal for $15. God damn, was that a steal. I don't know about you guys, but before that day, I don't think I'd seen Persona 5 below $20. I think it usually went on sale for like $30, but $20 was the absolute lowest, which, you know, I probably could have done at any given moment, but you know, that was still enough to keep me away from it. But first of all, the case looked very nice. The case wasn't this dingy, torn up sticker residue all over the cover case. You know, it was in pretty good condition, and it was $15, the cheapest I had ever seen this game, and I've been wanting to play it for the longest time. And holding that game in my hands, I knew I was treading some dangerous waters, potentially making a deal with the devil here. I knew that this was a game that I would have a lot of fun with, but I also knew that it took 100 hours to finish. The workers there must have thought I was crazy. I kid you not, I probably spent just like 10-15 minutes staring at this one single game, debating whether or not I should get it. I wanted it so bad, but I knew the dangers that it entailed. But after some time contemplating it, I gave in. I said, where do I sign my name? Take my blood, my $15, whatever you need, just give me this game. So I buy the game, I go home, I start playing it, and guess what? I was right. I'm just a few hours into this game, and the world of Persona 5 has just absolutely sucked me in. Yeah, it's taking over my entire life. No chores are getting done. No videos are getting done except for this one right now, except I'm probably just gonna finish wrapping up recording this and go back to start playing Persona 5 rather again. For those of you who haven't played Persona 5, it's basically about this guy who throughout the game he's just referred to as Joker. That's a code name that they give him. They call him a phantom thief, and basically that means that he's this dude who can enter this other dimension that is filled with a certain person's worldly desires. In the first leg of the game, you're exploring this castle that this dude has manifested, and they basically explain that that's how he views the world. It's his castle. Everyone in it is just his subordinate, And these values, these thoughts translate into real life. In the actual world, this dude's an absolute asshole, treats everyone like garbage. And so you have to enter this other world that he's manifested and steal the treasure within it in order to get this man to give up any bad values and any evil desires that he may have. And this all happens at the same time as just trying to live a regular life as a student. You gotta go to class, you gotta study, you gotta do your day-to-day chores. It actually gets quite difficult at times because, especially at the very beginning, there's not a lot of hand-holding. You gotta actually find things on your own. Like at one point, you get on a subway and then you have to transfer to another line, and you have to actually read the signs to figure out where you're going, which normally wouldn't be hard, but I'm a little dumb. I don't know why, I just had so much trouble finding my way through this station trying to transfer to the line I needed to get to. And then pretty soon after that, you get to the school and you have to find the faculty office on your own. It gives you the floor that you need to go to, but after that, you just gotta find the correct door to go through, and it took me way longer to figure it out than it should have. I just spent so much time wandering around the school trying to find the specific room that I was trying to get to, and it sounds tedious, and it was, but to be fair, I was just making it a lot more difficult than it needed to be. With that said, I love things like that where you have to find this place on your own, using clues in the world itself as opposed to just following a quest marker. So that's just another thing that I appreciate about Persona 5. It just scratches that little itch for me. I'm about 7 or 8 hours into the game so far, which means that I have about 100 hours left to go. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys then. If you played Persona 5, please let me know in the comments below. I'm so interested in it now, and just the Persona series as a whole. Give me some tips and tricks in the comments. Maybe I'll be able to get the next video done faster if I can get the game done faster. Or feel free to tell me about any games that have taken over your life as much as Persona has taken over mine at this moment. Anyway, that's about it from me today. It's been a while since I've done one of these just sit down and talk videos, so I figured I'd just update you guys on this little side quest I've taken upon myself. Subscribe or I'll sneak into your extra dimensional castle and steal shit from it to make you subscribe. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys have an awesome day. See ya. Oh, hello. Are you still there? I also got a new tattoo. It's Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. It's pretty awesome, so I figured I'd add that too. Alright, bye-bye.